Hey guys, it's Tux here, and today we're going to be ranking every single 20th Century Fox logo. Now in total there are 121 variants, and counting, that I found, but some of them can be really similar, so I've basically combined them and narrowed it down to 78 total, and we're going to be ranking all of them. So we're going to be ranking them out of 20. If it gets like a score, like there's like a score out of 20, so you get like a 6 out of 20, it's not great. If it's like a 10 out of 20, it's fine. If it's like a 20 out of 20, it's like the best. And with that being said, let's get on with the rating. Hey guys, this is Editing Tux, and I just wanted to say that I made a mistake, or a couple of mistakes in the video. So sometimes I accidentally say out of 10 instead of out of 20. So I say like 6 out of 10 and 7 out of 10 when I should be saying 6 out of 20 and 7 out of 20. So I just wanted to point that out in case you get confused at why I say 6 out of 10. I really mean 6 out of 20 or any other number out of 20. So yeah, just wanted to clear that up. So here we have the first logo. It's a very plain, basic logo, nothing more, nothing less, nothing special to say. It gets a 6 out of 10. Okay, the second logo is nothing special again. I will give it a plus. It does have some music. My opinion on music, it's just kind of calming. It's nothing special again, very basic, but I think the music is a plus. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Another very basic logo. It's basically the same as the first one. There's nothing more to say. The only difference is like the text, but that's not even a difference. It gets a 6 out of 10. Okay, so now we have something interesting. Finally, instead of saying the plain text, it actually has an animation along with some music. And while I'm not a fan of like the music itself, I think the logo is pretty solid, so I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Okay, it's another interesting logo. I think it's much more creative, but the music again, I don't really like. It's only a slight improvement from the previous one because I think like this spotlights to the logo is kind of creative. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Okay, now we're going to get into the 20th Century Pictures. Yeah, this is when they started using that. I should probably mention that Fox Film and 20th Century Pictures are two completely different companies. They're not the same yet. They eventually merged to create 20th Century Fox, but that's not until like a couple years later. So for now, we're going to go on to 20th Century Pictures with this logo, and I'm going to be honest, it's alright. It's nothing special, as I said before. The music's familiar, right? It kind of sounds like how it sounds like right now, but it's getting there. It's not my favorite, but it's alright. It gets a 9 out of 10. Okay, now I personally like the music in this one. It's somber, it's nice, and the logo itself is again very basic, just says Fox Film, and basic white text or something. Yeah, it's nothing too special. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. This logo is not that different from the other one, but it's good. I like the music in this one. It's pretty good. It's nice. It's like kind of upbeat. It feels more lively than the last one did. So I'm gonna give it an 11 out of 10. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a fan of this one. they only change logo-wise that it says Fox instead of pictures. And I don't really like the music all that much. It's very mediocre. It's a 9 out of 10. Now, I don't know if it's fair to judge this logo because it's glitched out. I don't know how it happened. It's probably something to do with old films and stuff. It's the first colorized logo that I found. I don't know if there's more colorized logos that I haven't found. But I think the coloring is really vibrant. And because of that, I'm going to rank it higher. So I'm not going to really count the glitching as a part of the actual video. But if we're judging on its own, the color is good, but the music is still pretty mediocre, as I said before. So it's getting an 11 out of 10. Okay, this is another color one, but I think it's a little generic. It looks like changed up a bit, like some of the stuff in the background changed a little bit, but the colors just aren't really doing it for me. It feels more gray and more desaturated than the other one, but it's still better than the black and white version, so I'm going to give it a 10 out of 20. Okay, now the color in this one is somehow worse than the previous one. It's really bland, and I'm just not a fan. Okay, someone screwed this one up really bad. I don't know what happened to it, but it's really ugly. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Okay, so for this one, I'm just gonna ignore the NTA logo. This is a Fox ranking, not an NTA. I don't even know what that is. But the music in this one is interesting. It's kind of rare. I don't think it's really been heard that much, and I think that it's just okay. It's another 9 out of 10. Okay, now we're getting somewhere that is more familiar. And while the logo is basically the same, this is the first time we hear the extended logo, which I really love. Like, this is actually my favorite logo, or the favorite music. It's really grand, and we will see more of this later on, but for now, the music is going to bump it up to a 15 out of 20. That's pretty good. Okay, now we're getting back to like the mediocre stuff. Yeah, the color in this isn't good. The brown just looks ugly, and I don't like the green. The lights are green, so it's gonna get a 7 out of 10. This one's just the same as the last one, but it's purple. Again, really ugly. Doesn't look good at all. It's getting a 7 out of 20. Okay, now we're getting something more interesting. This is an unpopular opinion, but I do like the zero slanted. A lot of people don't like it for some reason, but I just like it. I think it looks kind of stylistic. And yeah, it's good. But it uses the old version of the music, the bad music that I don't really like that much. For that, I'll give it a 15 out of 20. Also, it's in black and white, so yeah. Okay, now I know I've ranted before about like the ugly brown and purple colors, but this one is not that bad because it's very nice and gives a nice vibe. The shade is pretty nice. It's not like an ugly kind of brown or ugly purple. It's a nice turquoise color, and I think it's pretty on par with the black and white version, so it's getting a 9 out of 10. Okay, forget everything I said about the last one. This one sucks. 7 out of 10. Now, I've already talked about the slanted zero logo, but again, I love this logo. We can finally see it in color, and it's great. And while the music is different, the shorter one's pretty nice. So I'm gonna give it a 17 out of 20. This is just the best logo. It combines everything I love. You got the amazing logo. You got the nice sky. It has a nice background to it. And the gold is vibrant. And the movements of like the lights in the background, they're really smooth. And the music, I love the music. It's really good. It's a 20 out of 20. Let's hope that they keep this up. Okay, now I think this is a great logo. It's really close to the last one, but I just think that there's a little something pushing it down. While the music and everything's still the same, the logo itself is just a little off. Like the 20 part looks off and the 0 feels like too square, I guess, if that makes sense. But besides that, it's still really good. It's a 19 out of 20. Okay, this is just the black and white version of the one that I liked. And while I don't really like black and white, as it takes away from the vibrant colors, that's just a minor gripe. It's still really strong. It gets a 19 out of 20 from me. Okay, now this is one of the weirder logos. I debated including this in the ranking because I thought it might be too similar from the other logos, but I just decided to include it. Overall, it's alright. It's just not great, but the music is alright. 11 out of 20. This logo is really good. I think it's on par with the CinemaScope one. It adds the guy in the corner, and I think that the music is really good, on par with the other one. So I think it's getting a 20 out of 20 for me. It's another alright logo. I like the contrast in the sky, and the clouds are more visible. But the music on its own is just okay. It's one of the better ones, but I still think it's just okay. So I'm gonna rank it a 12 out of 20. Another color choice that makes me ask why, because it just doesn't look good. The shade of pink is ugly. Someone looks like just someone put like a pink tinted glass on top of the logo, and it just makes it look really ugly. I do not like it. It's not good. It's a 13 out of 20 for me. This is a horrible logo. The music sucks. It doesn't sound good. The logo is subpar at best, and the only thing keeping it good is the theater setting, and for that I just give it a 5 out of 10. It's probably gonna get like a 3 out of 10 if it was just a normal one. I don't like the music too much, like I've said before, but the visuals are still really good. So I'm gonna give it a 15 out of 20. Probably thought I was gonna rant about the colors about this, but you're wrong. I think this logo's alright. It's just sort of a sepia, is that how you say it, logo? I just think it's okay. The colors at least mix well, so for that I'm gonna give it a 14 out of 20. No, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this one. I don't like that it's silent, and the way it fades from black and white to color feels off. Maybe it's a horror movie, I have no idea. I'll just be nice, I'm gonna assume it's a horror movie, and if it is, then it gives kind of a nice uncanny vibe to it, so I'm gonna give it a 14 out of 20. Maybe it's a bit unfair, but I don't care, this is my ranking. This is probably one of the toughest I'm going to review, because I have no idea how I'm supposed to feel about this one. The piano gives it another eerie vibe, and if that's what they're going for, it does a good job. If it's not, then I don't know how to feel about it. For the video's sake, I'm just going to assume it's going to be eerie, so it's a 15 out of 20 for me. Okay, here we have the first Star Wars one. It's very different from the rest of the Star Wars ones, since this one uses the old logo that I really liked, the old music that I liked before, instead of it being John Williams, the guy who composed the later ones. But overall, I think this is nearly perfect. The reason that it's not on par with the old CinemaScope logo is because it has this weird echo effect, which just kind of hinders the viewing of it. So for that, I give it a 19 out of 20. Let's hope that they keep this up. The music is fine, I guess. It's just alright. 10 out of 20. I personally find the music here charming. I used to dislike it, but I've grown a liking to it. It's nice and calm, has a nice vibe to it, and while it's not as grand as the CinemaScope fanfare, nothing can top that. I think it's still really good. 18 out of 20. Finally, we got to a Star Wars one that John Williams actually composed. And this one I used to hate, but now I actually think it's pretty good, especially after seeing the original trilogy for the first time. I've grown more of an appreciation for the music, and it's not as great as the CinemaScope one, but at least it doesn't have the echoey effect that was present before, so I think for that it's a 19 out of 20. Alright, this is another charming fanfare. While I don't think it's as great as number 36, it's still a nice calming logo. It's gonna get a 17 out of 20 from me. I despise this logo. It drags on way too long. The logo itself looks really bad. The colors are bad. The way it's drawn looks bad. The only good thing about it is the music, which cuts off halfway through. We focus on the cartoon cars chasing each other, and it's just really bad overall. It's 5 out of 10. It's not a great one. Okay, we're finally getting to a more good logo. Now, it may have been a bit heated in the last one, but I think this one's pretty good. While it's not as good as the CinemaScope one, it's still great. The logo looks good, and while it's not as good as the slanted 0 one, I still think it looks good, and it looks more like the modern logo. So I think that this is really charming, the music is charming, and it's a great logo overall. 18 out of 20. I love the music in this one. This is basically just an extended version of the last one, which makes it basically on par with number 40. So it's another great logo, 18 out of 20. Now we've reached the third Star Wars intro. The only difference between this one and Empire's logo is that this one uses the newer one with the normal 0 instead of the slanted 0. And while I do think the slanted one is slightly better, this one's still pretty good. It's an 18 out of 20.
Star Wars, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, The Sound of Music. In the tradition of these great films about fighting back against the odds, 20th Century Fox presents another milestone in motion picture history. Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, I don't know what this is, and I don't like it. It's a 10 out of 20. Okay, who approved of this? Who thought this was okay? I bet the creator thought, oh yeah, no one's gonna think about how stretched this looks. No one's gonna notice. But I noticed, and it's really bad. This is a 10 out of 20. The only saving grace is that it's like the good logo and the good music, and that's really all that saves it. This sounds a bit off to me. I don't like how it sounds. It feels simultaneously on key and off key. It's confusing, but it's not bad, just kind of confusing. 13 out of 20. I enjoy this one. The logo is nice and has a snowy vibe to it. I like how they altered the actual drawing instead of adding just a tint or effect to it. While I don't personally enjoy it, I think it gets a 15 out of 20 for effort. I love the music in this one. It's probably one of the best in my opinion. I think like the music is really positive. It gives a nice vibe, and it deserves a 19 out of 20 for that. Another logo I hate. This one doesn't drag too long, but it feels slow and boring. Don't like how it sounds. It gets a 10 out of 20. Another good one. It's a great way to cap off the logo here. I like how it has like a horror movie vibe, like the end part, like it just drags on long in a good way. Of course, it's not like bad. It's actually good. I like it. It gets a 19 out of 20 for me. Okay, my first thoughts. I like it. I don't love it, but I like it. The music's definitely the best part about it. It's kind of like a grand version. It's not as grand as the CinemaScope one, but it's still really good. I like the sky, it's vibrant. The logo looks a bit outdated with strange textures and the way it looks in general. But overall, it's a solid logo. I think it's a 17 out of 20. The fanfare here is really good. I think it's better than the previous one, as again has a really grand vibe, and I think it sounds really good. So, it gets an 18 out of 20 for me. While I don't like the music in this one as much as I did the last two, it's still really nice. So for that, I'm going to give it a 16 out of 20. Still a really good logo. Okay, so here we have our first 3D logo from Star Wars. In 1997, George Lucas released another version of Star Wars. It's like the 50th version. And yeah, so the logos were changed, and they just changed it to the 3D logo. This one still retains the old fanfare, but it has the echoing, which kind of brings it down for me. It's a 17 out of 20. It's solid. It just changed the logo from the 2D one to the 3D one, and it's pretty solid. Again, this one just changes it so it has like the new one. This is part of the special editions too. It's while I like this as much as I like the old one, it's still good. It's gonna get a 16 out of 20 from me. This is a fine logo. It's alright. The theater is fine. Doesn't add much. I think the conductor guy on the bottom is hilarious. The way he moves is just kind of funny. Gets a 16 out of 20. Yeah. We got a filter. We're gonna be seeing a lot of these, I bet. I don't know who thought this was a good idea. The filters, they're just not professional. They don't look good. It's 10 out of 20. Yes, another cheap filter. It's kind of cool, but still lazy. 11 out of 20. Okay, this is getting absurd. The lightning at the end adds a nice touch, but it's just lazy. 13 out of 20. Need I say more? 14 out of 20. The glitch, it just feels very cliche. This isn't looking good. I don't know why they're doing so much filters and stuff. It just doesn't look good. It's a 14 out of 20. Doesn't really add much to the logo. It's a 16 out of 20 for me. Finally, we're having something good. I I like how it actually has effort put into it. It's not just like a generic filter like the other ones were. But I think it's really creative. I like how they use like the flames because like the kind of like tribal era, I guess, is really creative. And the lighting is warm and it's nice, and it has like snow. Everything is it just makes it a good logo. It's an 18 out of 20. Kill me. 12 out of 20. Okay, finally we have an updated logo. I like the lighting in this one. The sky isn't as vibrant, but it's still really nice. The colors look nice, and the palm trees in the background give it a nice touch. It's an 18 out of 20 for me. This is basically the same as the last one, but with the 75-year celebration. They're just celebrating 75 years. What more do I say? 18 out of 20. Well, I'm not a fan of the music. I think it sounds kind of generic. I think it's just not good. 16 out of 20. I like the theme of this, the theme at the end, the X-Men theme at the end, and I think it's kind of creative how the X in the fox fades out last, while the rest of the logo fades out first. So yeah, it's an 18 out of 20. Ew, stinky filter. Okay, that's a 13 out of 20. I still don't understand why they're doing this. It's just kind of sucks. $69.
Nice.
Anyway, I really like the retro logo. They use the old logo, which it just looks like a kid recorded it on their TV screen. And the music is the old fanfare, like the black and white old fanfare, which I really don't like that much. But it's solid. I think it gets the job done. I'm sure that the kid recording it on the TV thing, I'm pretty sure that was intentional, and I'm gonna give it a 15 out of 10 for that. I think the panel's alright. The piano's alright. It's nothing special. It's fine. Kind of ruins the vibe, though. I think it gets a 17 out of 20. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I can understand why the music and the vibe is the vibe that the logo's going for, but it's just not great. 10 out of 20.
No more. No more.
10 out of 20. I'm not a huge fan of the xylophone. I think it just kind of sounds nice, but it's alright. This logo rocks. That's not funny. Okay, but in all seriousness, it's a good logo. I like the music. The music made by Queen. It's really good. 18 out of 20. I like this. It's not like a lazy filter like the last one. It actually has like some effort put into it. They changed up the textures in the background, and I like how it says 26th Century Fox and how dystopian everything looks. It gets a 19 out of 20 for me. Hey, look, it's, you guessed it, another filter. 10 out of 20. Yeah, the only real difference between this one and the other one is that it says Studio instead of Fox. And the name change is controversial. I don't really care, to be honest. Yeah, shocking, right? But yeah, I do prefer Fox because it's more creative and Studio just sounds kind of generic. But it's an 18 out of 20. There's just some slight lighting changes and doesn't really affect anything that much. Okay, the final one, it's a very mellow logo. I find it charming. Not much to say. I do kind of hate how the tempo kind of changes, though. It's a 16 out of 20. A bit of an anticlimactic end to the review, but before I go, we still gotta rank all of them from worst to best, so I think it's best to get with a ranking. So here's the final ranking. Those Magnificent Flying Men and Their Flying Machines, Cannonball Run, Big Town Girl, William Fox Presents, Fox Film Presents, Copyright William Fox, Anne of the Indies, The Black Swan, Gangs All Here, Fox Film Finn, Fox Film The End, Fox Film Presents, 20th Century Fox 1935, Technicolor logo, 20th Century Pictures 1933, The Luck of the Irish, NTA release, Minority Report, Terminator Dark Fate, Alien Covenant, Die Hard, War for Planet of the Apes, White Men Can't Jump, Colorized logo, Revenge of the Nerds, The World's Greatest Lover, Glitched Colorized, Daredevil, The Call of the Wild, The Girl Can't Help It, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Can, Exorcist 3, Fault in Our Stars, The Day After Tomorrow, What a Way to Go, The French Connection, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids, The Flip Side, Kingdom of Heaven, Live Free or Die Hard, Nightmare Alley, Hombre, I think that's how you pronounce it, I don't know, Alien Isolation, Edward Scissorhands, Rocky Horror, Seven Arts TV, Rio 2, Simpsons, Star Wars Special Editions, Mole and Rogue, Bob's Burgers, 1997 logo, Peanuts, Star Wars A New Hope, History of the World Part 1, 1994 logo, 1953 logo, 1981 short logo, Return of the Jedi, Ice Age 3, X-Men Days of Future Past, 75 Years logo, 2009 logo, 2020 logo, Bohemian Rhapsody, 1979 logo, Speed 2, 1981 extended logo, Love Me Tendered, Alita Battle Angels, Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars, Class Action, Alien 3, CinemaScope 55, Will Success Spoil Rocky Hunt, CinemaScope extended logo. I know I've bashed a lot about the logo variants, but I still love this logo. Over the years and even after Disney acquired this, it's still a fantastic logo. That's why it's my favorite. Even after all these years, it's still good. So, I think now we should have a moment of silence for 20th Century Fox.